Good evening everyone and welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday evening and you can see it's dark. I've been away all day, so just trying to get a bit of feeding done and get some of the jobs in the yard finished up for this evening, and just in the process starting to feed the cattle. I have the feeder filled and it's just chopping away there now for a couple of minutes. So I said I'd come down, push in these potatoes. This load of potatoes arrived today. It's a load of feed potatoes for the cattle, obviously. I'm not sure, well, it's probably 25-26 tons, something like that was on the trailer, I'm sure. I didn't see the docket, so I'm just not 100% sure, but yeah, they were tipped. There was roughly about 20 ton at the back of these as well, so yeah, it's quite a decent load of potatoes here now at the minute, something just less than 50 ton. And when you've that amount of potatoes, they do tend to come out and kind of block your passage into the shed when feeding, so hence why I tried to push them in there as much as I could. But yeah, that's kind of just what we were doing there in the first couple of minutes of the video. The potatoes, nice clean potatoes. These are all washed, so I always scrape them the wash, and the ones at the back are a little bit dirtier. I am going to try and scoop the ones at the back out. I will be able to, I'll try and come in at a bit of an angle here at them, and I should be able to get them. You can see them there at the back. They're a bit, see the way the colour changes there. So battery just went dead there, but you can see, as I said, the colour changed there, so we'll try and get those ones at the back used up if we can at all. Yeah, just to stop them from going off or going bad. Yeah, so I'm just going to feed the cattle now. As I said, I was away today. Cattle aren't due to be fed till this evening, and I'm going to try and get that done now over the next few minutes. What's going on? We had a hair test over the last few days, and the hair test is taking place now, and it took place yesterday, so we'll be reading off on Friday. So yeah, that's kind of one of the jobs that's happening at the minute. The 6.9, we're going to be stripping the wheels on the 6.9 in the coming days. Hold a second and we'll go out to it. So another job that's in the pipeline this week is the 6.9 is going to have her new tyres fitted. Well, it'll be early next week, but on Friday probably going to be going in, going to get the rubber taken off the rims. The rims are then going to be sent for get painted. Hopefully get them done over the weekend. In the very early days of next week, we hope to then get the new tyres fitted on, so looking forward to getting that done. And unfortunately it's about a week too late. For the first time, I'd say in about 15 years, I got stuck with it on Monday. Did a little bit of slurry, and unfortunately it slid down, tractor slid down a very small hill. It turned out to be very, very wet at the bottom of that hill, and it turned into a bit of a siege to get it out. So we're not going to mention that again. So there's going to be a bit of repair work needed done down the bottom of that hill, let's just say, on in a couple of months when the weather dries up a bit and we've the grass seed needed. It took the 6.4 was down to help to get me out, so it was kind of that bad. So it has to be 15 years since I got stuck before, and yeah, well, these things do happen, I suppose, but definitely got caught out badly. Not sure why that field is just so wet at the minute. Possibly it was poached a little bit at the end of last year, and thinking that maybe is why it kind of maybe has opened the ground up a little bit, let a little bit more water in there over the last couple of months than usual. And yeah, it's usually a field that we can go out and slurry near enough at any time of the year, so badly caught out, but that's, them things happen sometimes. So yeah, that's that. What else are we going to look at? Oh, a couple of eagle-eyed viewers spotted a third feeder in the yard. I'll maybe have a quick look at that now and just kind of show you around it. So we'll go and have a look at that now in a couple of minutes, just when I get some feeding done. But now, so it is the next day. As you can see, it's a little brighter than it was last night. I was going to do this video last night, but we were going to be walking around with a flashlight, and it wasn't going to be simple, so I said I'd wait until today and finish the video off then. I am plumbing at the minute, so I'm not here during the day, I'm only here in the evening time. And it just means that cattle feeding regime is in the evening time, and anything else that has to be done is in the evening. So it's just the way it's working out at the moment. So this is the new feeder we purchased. It's same feeder as what we have the other two. It's just much newer. This is a 2016 model. Some different features on it. A couple of features on it that we don't want either though. Here's one of them. You can see the side of it is pushed in a little bit on this side, and on this side the side is actually pushed out. Quite a decent push out on it. It's pushed out, let's say, about 5 inches, 6 inches on the top. Why is it pushed out? A bucket fell into it, that's why. So we bought it with this damage on it. So we're going to have to do a bit of work on it and just get it straightened out. It has been lying for a while, as you can see. It's lying since, I'll be lying this feeder for 6 months, I'd say, maybe more, could be maybe 12 months, I'm not sure. So yeah, bit of repairs to be done to it. As I say, a bucket fell into it and it just twisted that top part on the feeder. It should be able to push them back in fairly easily, I think. We're gonna just have to see what way we'll do it. I think the diet feeder should push this from here back in easily enough. We get it against a wall or something like that, it should push back. We'd probably have to put then a strengthening, just a wee bit of strengthening then up the top if we get a push back. And then this side here then that's pushed in, it'll probably have to be pushed back out then with a porta power or something. So yeah, it's a wee bit of work to do to it just before it's usable. What other damage was done to it when it got the bucket into it? You can see in here, see the bearing, you can see the paint on the end of the bearing. That paint should be back tight against the shoulder of the bearing here. Now I'm just kind of blocking the light, you can't see, so you can see the shoulder of the bearing. It should be back in that inch and a little over an inch and a quarter maybe. So the whole shaft has pushed forward that little bit. So we're gonna have to push that shaft back out. Now there's a couple of grub screws on each side that holds that in place. They'll have to be loosened, and then, as I say, we'll push it back and just get it into the position it should be in. As I say, it's a 2016 model, so it's a lot newer than our own feeders. It hasn't done that awfully much. It's kind of more abuse rather than use that it looks like it's gotten. See, there's a damage here on the mudguard. We'll reverse it in some, so we're going to have to straighten that. And then we have a light here broken the bag. It has LED lights in it, which is a nice feature. Just a pity that one's broken, so we're going to have to get a light for that as well. The ladder here on the back is a little bit of a different setup than the other ones. The other one's just at a round bar on it. These here is some flat with slick grips on it, so it should be a bit safer for climbing up if you want to have a look in and see how the material is mixing. But yeah, that's really it. Other features that it has, it's got the new Abbey style decals or stickers. So yeah, it has that, and they're quite snazzy looking. Sold in this Rickerby. I don't know it really, but I just googled it and I seen that they sell a lot of Abbey stuff, so I can't even remember where in the UK that it is. What other features has this feeder got? It's got a new type clock, so it's a bigger clock. That's what you're just sitting on. I just bolted it back onto it. It just come in the bag when the feeder was picked up for us. This is bent down a little bit, which I think may have been done in transit actually. But it's not ours, it's a matter of bend that back up on the bracket. It's got newer type elevator than ours, which is very good. Our old elevator has got slats on it. The banger's going to go off. It's going to be very loud because I'm right here beside it. So that's me deafened now for a few minutes. Yeah, our old elevator has slats on it, and slats work well. The issue with it is, or with the slats, is that they leave a lot of material on the ground. Not a lot of material, but enough material on the ground that you have to go around and sweep it up every day, especially if it's wet. What happens is then, if it's wet, you come in, feed your cattle. If you haven't swept up on the previous day, it's sticking to the wheels and you leave a trail of meal and silage down the yard. A lot of people maybe that wouldn't bother them, but it really does. It wrecks the concrete in the yard, and you've just it ends up you've glary muck on it now. Look at this here's in a bad way for a wash. I haven't had the time to wash it at the minute, but overall the yard is fairly clean. This is really the dirtiest corner here where this feeder's parked, but yeah, it's just an issue that we've been wondering what was the best way to fix it, and this feeder then came for sale with this elevator, and we couldn't pass it by. So this is the main reason why we wanted this elevator, or this feeder. Look, there's very little wear, and you can see here on the side of it, if these feeders do much work, this here ends up that's all it all thins out, and it gets to the point where it's like the edge of a knife, and it's nowhere near that point. So yeah, it's done very little work, but it's just got a little bit of abuse. So it still has the rubbers on it, and a lot of the paint is still, you can see the paint is all there on the inside of it. There is a water line. I did take the plate off to let the water out, but it would need to be lifted up just to let the water back out. But very little damage actually on the inside. You can see there, that's where the bucket caught and pushed out the far side. Some of these feeders had got a splitter bar in the middle, and I'm wondering, was the splitter bar in it when the bucket went into it, because it would kind of explain why that it was pushed in the exact same point on this side as it was pushed out on that side. So it may have just pulled that whole top end of the feeder over a little bit. But I had PTO shaft on it, run the feeder, and it's running perfect, even the way it is. But just for the cosmetics, like, you really could, if you straighten if you move this up that 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches that it needs to go up the center bow, this feeder could be used as it is, you know. But no, we'll straighten out the few bits of cosmetic stuff first. But yeah, paint is very good on it. Like, it is fresh, so the paint is going to be good on it. I did wash it when it came. It's here since the early days of December. I washed it then, but it has greened up a little bit, just lying in the yard here. It's just lying there nearly 2 months. We just haven't had time to get at it and do any of the work on it. Other features, there's a slightly heavier eye on the hitch of these. See, they galvanised these here now, so they're a little bit different from on the other feeders, a little bit stronger looking. They now have a handball brake here as well, which wasn't on. See, the cable is just tied here at the front, so it's been knocked off at some point. So we'll straighten that up and fix that all up as well. This here's a little bit different. Our feeder has an extra piece that comes out with a lever bank on it, and just 2 pipes that comes out and connects into the tractor. So you worked everything then on the levers and the lever bank out the window. This here can all be connected to the spool valves and all worked off the levers from inside. Now, it'll work fine on the 6.4. Do you remember last year we had a feeder on the 6.4? We were using the bit of Wavin pipe to work the levers. I became a bit of a pro at it because I was doing it for about 4 months. But yeah, there'll be none of that with this here. You can just connect it all up to the levers. The issue is on the 2850 we only have 2 levers, so it's never 3 levers on it. So the option will be maybe we'll see, we'll price it and see which is the cheapest to do. You could put a 3rd lever in it, and that would sort it out, or you could put a little splitter on the back, one of the levers, and a solenoid, and just a little switch. So we have actually switched in the tractor in the 2850 already for that kind of a setup, because it was on one of the old Massey sores and it's still there. And you could flick the switch and it could divert the oil then to, instead of opening the door, maybe walking up and down the elevator, and just use the one lever for doing the 2 functions. So look at it, it's just something that we can see at the time what works out best. But yeah, we're really looking forward to getting it fixed up. Don't know when we're going to do it. We were doing a little bit of work to the feeder we were going to sell, so we'll see. We might, if we got it all finished up. We have with the chain on the other feeder and some of the work done to it. So we've a bit of tidying up, just paint wise and cosmetically, to do on the feeder we're selling. And with that done, then we'll move on and do this one here. I don't know if I mentioned about the tyres. There's bigger, wider tyres in this feeder as well than on the other two feeders, which they're slightly, I don't know if they're maybe slightly taller, but they're definitely wider. So yeah, it should travel a little bit better. But yeah, that's really it. Yeah, so well done to anyone who spotted the feeder in a couple of videos there. Got a couple of messages about it, and it just proves that there's always an eagle-eyed viewer somewhere that will spot any little thing that's left lying around the yard. That's really it. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the sub button, and we will see you tomorrow.
Whoa. Whoa.